Alright everybody, welcome to my art vlog. Number, not sure. I don't know how many of these I've technically made. But yeah, it is Wednesday, April 28th, 5:17 p.m. in lovely Southwest Michigan. And by lovely, I mean cloudy, rainy, and kind of shitty. But this video isn't really much. I guess it might showcase my process for making art, getting inspired. Most of that process is just making a big old pot of coffee and staying up till 4 in the morning. Doing and not doing art. You're gonna see a lot of montage here, kind of, just like with me and my friends, which you might think is irrelevant. And it kind of is, but truthfully speaking, you know, my inspiration either comes from literally sitting on my phone and browsing the web and looking at other artists' work, or just hanging out with my friends and going and seeing places and doing things. You know, it's nice to be a hermit. It's nice to kind of shut yourself in and focus on one thing at a time, but truth is that it's much harder than that. You know, your bedroom is supposed to be a cozy place to be, and that might be my downfall currently. Okay, well, there's a truck going by, you might hear that. Yeah. Big old trucks in the country. It's farming season, springtime. Anyways, so what I'm trying to get to is that, you know, being cooped up in your space, I suppose, isn't really great for you in terms of inspiration and getting shit done, really, because you're too cozy, you're too comfortable, you know. And for me, how I've progressed through art over the years, I guess years as in like 4 or 5 years, you know, doing it seriously, is being uncomfortable with your environment. But not to the point where like you don't want to be there and you get really anxious and all that shit, but just uncomfortable where it's just alien. It's not really well known to you, it's not very homely, it's not very cozy. But that's a good thing. And I'll tell you why it's a good thing, and that's because when you're limited to a certain space, certain environment, certain colors, certain anything, you know, canvas size, all that kind of unleashes some creativity, because your brain's like, how am I going to optimize and do the best for what I've got? You know, it's kind of like survival in a way. So your survival instinct kind of kicks in and you just make shit. I truly believe that that is the hardest part of making art that I've found throughout like the past 5 years, is that you just gotta get up and do it. And being graduated too and being an adult, it's very hard, because it's easy to just sit in bed and, you know, after a long day of work, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to do a fucking thing, I don't want to do anything anymore. But that's the hardest part, is getting up and doing it. And I remember in school, and I took it for granted, it's part of why I kind of miss school, but not really. You were forced into that environment, you know, the art room, the art classroom, and you were forced there, and your teacher was there and she was telling you what to do, or you didn't like that at all. But that limit, you know, that confined space that you were in, kind of allowed for your brain to almost kick in a survival instinct. And I guess if you're really passionate about art or just anything in general, you would find something to do. And I guess in my case, that would be just find something to draw. You know, I drew like banana peels, I drew skulls, I drew really uninspiring stuff, I guess you could say, quote unquote uninspiring. But truthfully speaking, it was probably some of the most fun I've had making art. You know, it was free. There was no pressure to sell art or to make something that would get a lot of likes on Instagram or Twitter. I don't want to get into the whole like society thing, but you know, there was no pressure, and having no pressure is a beautiful thing. And you might think that like that it's totally counterproductive to be in a space where you can't be relaxed and free, but you find freedom in different ways. You know, there's more to freedom than being in your bedroom and comfy. It's like a mental freedom almost, because in your bedroom, if anything, you're more trapped and confined than ever in your mind. So while you physically may be confined, your brain finds a way to be free. So yeah, I don't know where I'm really going with this whole dialogue. I don't want to stretch it out too far. I'm already like 5 minutes in. I don't even have 5 minutes worth of footage. So this is going to get cut down a lot. I'm probably going to scrap a lot of the things I've said. But yeah, tune in next time. Whenever that may be, for my next art vlog, montage, coffee making stuff with some funny sound effects. Yeah, that's about it.
I'm feeling cheeky.
I'll hopefully make something today. Yeah, that would be really cool if I could do that. See ya later.